This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Got it. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit... I don't know. God. I can't read it. Oh, oops. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Hey. Okay.
Hi friends, Princess MK here, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. This game has been highly suggested by my followers on Instagram. This is actually my first gaming video. Obviously. I asked my followers on Instagram what game they wanted to see me play first on this channel. And this will be the first game ever to be played on this channel. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I gotta enter name. Okay, oops. Princess. Aw, man. Aw, crap. Okay, fine. Let's just go with MK. Fine. Fun fact, my friends call me that. Alright. Perfect. Hey! This game is really interesting. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Dang. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Honestly, I think that's literally true. Like, we used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. So you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. I'm so sorry. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Literally me in real life. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily routine. Or commute, oops. By the way, MK, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. That was literally me before, like, my junior, senior year of high school. Like, I just did not care to join a club. But junior year, I just gave it a chance, like, yeah. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I don't know. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting on by the average. Oh god. Just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Okay. Oops. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. I still deal with that problem to this day. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. It's okay. Neither am I at 18. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I tend to exaggerate things in my head sometimes. I just overthink, okay? Comment down below if you also tend to overthink like me. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. She sure does. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That actually very much sounds interesting. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Honestly, I agree. Like, literally go do your own thing, it's fine. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. I wonder what that one is. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Honestly. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is going to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. I would have done the same too, to be honest. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. Why would you say that with you cannot bring me to a club without my freaking knowledge? Like, oh my god. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. Honestly, I can't tell either. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? I would only go for the food too, honestly. Yes, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Okay. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Dang. Okay. Way to kill the atmosphere. That's mean. Don't be mean. Ah, MK, what a nice surprise. Oh god. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Kawaii. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Low-key me when I meet new people. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Okay, we don't assume things about other people based on their looks. Come on now. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. I tend to ignore people when they get moody sometimes. Or I don't know, I just don't want people taking their anger out on me. Like, so, that's why I just let them be. I was just like, okay, well, I'll talk to you later. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, full of energy. I can tell. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, MK. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, MK. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Interesting. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki He marches back to the table, trophy in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I think that's very much adorable. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Okay, dang. No need to be aggressive. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. Literally me when I eat cupcakes. I always get icing on my face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this. Haven't I heard this from somewhere before? I don't know. Made them for you or anything. That actually kind of sounds similar to a game. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you know. You. Dummy. This is reminding me of a game that sounded so similar. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. I low-key need to remember how to read. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I'm serious. A hot cup of tea, dude. As to die for. I'm not even gonna lie right now. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I will be insulted too. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Honestly, me too, dude. Like, low-key, me too. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Okay. I was afraid of this question. I was basically forced to be here. Against my will. How dare Sayori, or whatever that girl's name is. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Okay. Now I remember. I was forced here against my will. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Okay. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. I agree. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. I can't stand politics in general, honestly. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I would not want to go through all that either. That would literally drain my energy. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. If I try to start a new club, I know that I would probably fail. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Honestly, me neither, because it also gives me so much anxiety. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. It doesn't, I promise you. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. I guess that could be advice I could take in the future. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, MK, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Ooh, actually, not bad. Fun fact, I'm actually reading my first manga. It's a yandere type of manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Still a lot of reading. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually the novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Sounds interesting. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. People saw... No, just kidding. Honestly though, people just give me anxiety. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's why I don't talk to people. But you know, I like a lot of things. I kinda do too. Don't worry. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ooh, I need to read some horror. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Dang. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. That is so relatable. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Honestly, that is literally true. Because sometimes I get very much paranoid about being in danger. I hate horror. You know what? Horror is not ever for everybody anyway. It's okay. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Not bad. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" Gatekeeping. Honestly, I gatekeep too, so it's okay. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. I think so too. Why don't you share them sometime? No. It's okay. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? Honestly, that's pretty much understandable too. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. True. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing up even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. That's not a bad idea. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. I suck at writing poems in general. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. It's like a homework assignment. It's like you're in school and it's like going back to school after not being there for a year, I don't think. And having to introduce yourself, but it's literally different. I don't know. That way everyone is even. That is super reasonable right there. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, MK? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining a club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. What? Oh my god, they're all just staring at me. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. Honestly, I would very much feel uncomfortable if someone ever did that to me, or like it was a lot of people. I would feel very much embarrassed. but I'm sorry. I thought, okay, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Oh my god, if you're not interested in the literature club, I suggest you do not join it. Because you do not want to do something that you clearly don't care about just to benefit from other people. Just to benefit. I don't even know. But low-key, you do not need to do something you don't want to do for the sake of others. I promise you, you will not be happy doing that. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Honestly, though, that's kind of a valid reaction, I'm not even gonna lie. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. MK, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey MK, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of those girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, what are we gonna do? Okay, this music, dude. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Actually, okay. Interesting. What if I just freestyle it? You know what? I don't even know, dude. I'm just picking random words. Like both good and bad. Beauty. Awesome. Boop. I love that. Romance, okay. Strawberries. Desire? Let's see. Color. Excitement. Uncontrollable. Married. I don't know. Fantasy. I'm scared. I don't know how to feel. Hi again, MK. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, MK. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Oh, stop being mean. What did I ever do to you, man? Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Okay, dang. What are you gonna do about it? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh my goodness. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying the word Monica and manga. Dude. Manga is literature. I don't know. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. MK always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work even without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Dang. How did that happen? Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Dang. How come? You and MK could be good friends too. Is this Sayuri? As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. I can be very much oblivious sometimes. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayuri? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Literally, she's so real for that. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Uh-oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading it much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but to notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging about in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. So real. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it'd be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. Dang. It's your fault for sleeping like that. Man. Like what? This isn't the napping club. I mean, obviously not, but low-key, I feel like literature makes anybody sleepy. Does our school have a napping club? I wish, dude. You're staying up late again, aren't you? It looks like it, unfortunately. Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. Neither am I. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. How did I not notice? And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Dang. Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Okay, this is fine. What is? Well, I was thinking, stupid. I'm already super weird. This is annoying. You're happy because this. You know, I don't know, man. Aren't you? Hey, this. Hey, you're. What the heck? Come on. Why is it so close? You're so close on yours. This is weird, but I'm not trying to do this. This is weird. Was this even big? It's in my body. So, it's in my body. We're not close to that anymore. What are you smiling about? I'm not even ready. Let's see how long. I'm going to do that. Anyway, look at yourself. Why is this strange? Look at that. That's so stuffy. Look, it's not red at all. Dirty. It's not red. Oh my goodness. What am I playing right now? Okay. Phew. That's so much better. Sayuri puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend. I don't... What kind of logic is that? That's literally what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know, man. And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And if you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Okay. Stop saying all those embarrassing things. I'm kind of starting to cringe, I'm not even gonna lie. It's okay. Hey? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. I feel like that's true, honestly, in real life. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it against Aori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't you share the poems you wrote right now? Yay! MK, I can't wait to read yours. Honestly, let's save that for the next episode. That's gonna do it for Doki Doki Literature Club. If you want to see me play this game some more, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. And leave a like on your way out, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get notified every time I post. Oh, and don't forget to follow my Instagram and my TikTok and my Twitch. They're all in my bio, and I'll try to leave a link in the description box below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!